Today is definitely the day because I had plenty of natural lighting to do this. So I am going to go ahead and test out the Naked on the Run palette. I've already used it. I love it. So let's get started. First, I start with the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer. I just slap it on my face. Just use this. Wrap it around. And this just helps because I have oily skin. This just helps things stay in place where it should. So smooth it all in. And there you have it. Okay, so there's that. And then, so finally found my better match. This is the Rimmel London Match Perfection in 120 Ivory. And so I have, and I don't know where it went to. I don't have the Beauty Blender, but I do have the Real Techniques one. So what I like to do is I like to take the foundation brush first, and I just, because it doesn't have a pump, which, hey Rimmel, put a pump on these things, because this is getting really old. So I just put enough on there, and then I take my Real Techniques and I just kind of put it on, and then use the blender to do it all. And my skin's awfully red today, and not for sure why. Then again, I didn't get a lot of sleep. And so I just do that. So I use just the patting technique, and it does work very, very well. Now that I feel that is actually completely sunk in, I just put it around my eyes to make sure the product is not just sitting around my eyes. Okay. Foundation done. This thing is fun to use. I'm not really familiar with using it. I've watched some tutorials on it, and I've never used the Beauty Blender, so I have seen I guess enough videos to decide whether or not it's like worth the purchase. And for me, I feel like it is worth the purchase. If not, that's like personal preference. So then I go on with my Rimmel London. This is a Wake Me Up. What then? So we just beat the crap out of where everything seems red. I put some on the top of my lids just to kind of even things out. Yeah, we're good there. And then again, I use the blender, and I go in and just kind of pat that in to the camera. And I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really see very well anyway. Better. There you go. So we got that part done. What's next? What's next? Well, we finally get into the palette. It looks with a huge mirror. You got your bronzer, blusher, highlighter, 5 eyeshadows, a new color of the lip gloss, I think it's a new color for their eyeliner, and then a simple size of the Perversion. So let's get crack-a-lacking with that. I don't know which one I want to do today, because my eyes are pretty green today. We are going to go with, I'm going to take a bit of the highlighter and kind of just use that to start with. Just kind of use that over the whole lid. And I'm using Real Techniques brushes because I absolutely love them. They're so soft. And the ones I had before were like from a bamboo company, and these are what they are. And they're not as soft. But they are like, I guess what you would call organic. So yeah. My best to see what I like for this palette. I decided to get this because doing just a single eye palette for me was not worth the money. And so this is like as you get more for your money. So I took the highlighting shade, and now I'm going to go in with the, what one? They have names. They have names on the back. You'll have to look. I'll show you on the back. And I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out once you see it. Because I'm not that smart at this. So I'm just wiping the brush off on my pants. And I'm just going to use this in the crease. And like I said, I'm not a makeup beauty guru. I'm just testing this out so that you can see how I use it. And a lot of times I suck at it enough that you would think, why are you making this video to begin with? So I'm just throwing that in the crease. And you're probably thinking, Linda, that doesn't even look like you have anything on. It's pretty pigmented, but it's not showing up. Or I'm not doing it right. I don't know. And so then I'm going in with the darker brown to give it a little depth. And then just to add a little sparkle, I'm going to take this. It shows up like pigmented pink, but it's not. It's a very shimmer, like golden brown. And so I'm just going to take some of that and pat it on right in there. Let me know in the comments how bad I suck at this. Let me know what I can do better. So then and then we're just going to go in and do one of these numbers. We're just going to blend that sucker out. There we go. Doesn't really look like I've done much to my eyes. But okay. That's fine with me. Let's see. We're going to go on to eyeliner. If I can get it out of the package. So this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color. You see that? Stag. I guess that's the name of it. This is what it looks like. I am not preference to this. I am more preference to this. You've seen it before. It's the Scandalized, like I showed you earlier. It's the Sharpie one. I have the fine tip one, but I'd rather wait until I run out of that before I open a new package. So let's test this out. am not having a good time with this because it's like going under my lower lash line. There's the color. And I never ever, I'm not one to bring my eyeliner into my lower line because it just makes my eyes look smaller. But for the sake of it already being on my lower lash line, why not? I know my eyes blurry over here. Now I am no good at cat flicks. So, you know, they're not going to be even. That's for absolute certainty. And this one didn't get it on the bottom, so I'm just going to lightly do it. This isn't too bad. I don't like the way it goes on. Switch off to is that take your trusted, yeah, and curl those lashes. And then I'm using the Pure version. Looks like this. I love this stuff. It's amazing. Now the way I'm doing it, I'm using the camera. So this may not turn out right for you, but this is the best I can do right now. And don't sell yourself short. Just because you see this video does not mean that you can't use the palette in a more functional way. I'm just going to take this contouring brush that is not a Real Techniques. I'm going to take the bronzer. Don't worry. It just looks like crap on me because I don't have that face. So then take that up to your temples. Frame your face out. And then scrub that off. Take the blusher, take the blush color, and I'm just going to dab it on. There we go. And last but not least, let's add some highlighter up there. Just add some highlight, and then throw this on. And now I do not, and it's not, this has a really good finish to it. It's very pigmented. I'm going to go back into the palette with my trusty little brush here. And I'm going to go for that lighter brown color. And just fill these in a bit. I am not a strong eyebrow person. I hate, just not into that. I like the thinner eyebrows. I think it shapes my face better. So then we're going to go and do this one. And I don't fill them in very much. I just give them that extra little filter. And there you have it. The absolute finished look. Absolutely. Let's pop these on. And this is the finished look. Highlighter, bronzer. I didn't do too much contouring because, well, I just didn't. My hair's just pulled back in one of these. I might just leave it like that. And there you have it. It is completely Naked on the Run. The only thing that I did not use for this was the Rimmel foundation and the concealer. Everything else was done by the Naked palette. Once again, it's got a huge mirror, so if I wanted to sit here and do it this way and then try and catch it on camera, which I think that looks really nice. And so there you have it.